everyone. My name is Terfa. As you know, welcome to today's episode on insights on business and hustle. And today we have a special guest of us with us. His name is Tiago Faria. Um, he's a business developer and manager, of course. Um, he'll be here discussing on how to scale businesses, especially for startups, um, which he does through um, um, timeless marketing strategies. And we'll be educating all of us today on how to build your businesses without you being involved fully. You could take a step back and as well watch your businesses scale as well. He's a professional and he has scaled so many businesses over the years. So let's make welcome Tiago Faria. Thank you for coming on this podcast once again to educate our guests, our listeners rather.
Thank you so much for having me, and you said very well my name. Thank you so much for that. Pleasure to
Yeah, I
be
was
here.
hoping I was going to get the pronunciation correct. Okay, so let's kickstart by me asking you, Mr. Tiago, in your experience, your vast experience, could you share with us some of the timeless marketing strategies that you believe will be essential for startup entrepreneurs looking to scale their businesses?
Yeah, so I have this approach a bit, which I call it the anti-marketing approach, because maybe I can give a short background because I worked at Google for 8 years, the European headquarters here in Dublin, Ireland. So I learned with the biggest companies in Europe, Middle East, with their Google Ads strategies. But then I got tired of that corporate world, decided to come back to Portugal and to start helping smaller businesses here with all that I've learned. But I hit a brick wall because helping big businesses with their digital strategy is a different monster than creating your own business and using those very highly scalable strategies to create a small business. So I took the first 3 years to simplify a bit more my approach, my strategies, and for myself and for my clients as well, because I was overcomplicating everything. And I was getting into those traps of trying funnels and ads and crazy shiny object marketing strategies that do nothing for you when you're starting out, but to confuse you more and more. So yeah, so like you said, I went back to the basics of marketing and business. Got inspired by this gentleman here, Jay Abraham, getting everything you can out of all you've got. So this is what inspired me to use things that you already have in your own world and use those resources and assets that you already own to basically start a very profitable business from the get-go, from the scratch. And yeah, as you were saying, that the most important skill that I believe that every business owner, whatever stage they are right now, is to be able to, first of all, choose a very specific niche, like the person you're trying to help, the kind of the group of people you're trying to help, and the very specific problem that they're trying to solve. And it has to be super, super specific, and it has to be an urgent problem that those people have, especially in the help industry, right? Because I'm specialized in helping coaches, mentors, consultants, service providers. So that is more my area. And for those, you really need to focus on a specific problem that people want to solve. And then the other skill that is the basis of everything that makes marketing, sales, delivery much easier afterwards is being able to create a very specific and irresistible offer. Okay, so knowing who your audience is and the problems, you have to cater that offer to interest those people incredibly well, right? It has to solve an urgent problem that those people have. There has to be a strong reason for people to act now. It's like, I need to solve this problem today. I cannot wait any longer. So I'll ask Tiago to help me. So it has to be that irresistible. So I think those two basic skills, I think, would make a difference in any business so far. Yeah, I think those would be the key
Yeah,
words. Yeah.
it's really amazing you say that, and I can completely empathize with what you just mentioned because it's kind of like what we do as well at Wiz Digital. We help businesses scale. It's very similar to what you do. So we also help on young entrepreneurs, like take a step back to have this kind of bird's eye view over their businesses instead of to be involved in their daily organization, like all the day-to-day runnings of their businesses. So we help them scale through marketing and providing marketing messaging to tailor this message to their clients, their targeted clients. So I completely understand what you're saying. So you need to understand first of all what you're doing and your
Mhm.
targeted audience as well to be able to tailor your messages towards these people. So I completely understand
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yeah, that is
So
key. Otherwise, it's very
yeah,
difficult for you to succeed.
and to that's why you're here, because so many business startups find this very difficult to be able to marry these two together and to be able to
Yeah, that they
tailor
think
them.
that if I just make some Facebook ads and spend money there, this my business will explode. But no, it's if you spend money on ads without having this very strong irresistible offer, it's like Miles Beckler told us once to me that it's like putting gas on a pile of sticks and expecting a fire to start. Right? It will be just some
Yeah,
wet sticks. Nothing will happen.
exactly.
So you need that combustion, that little flame, and that flame is, in my opinion, the irresistible offer that almost sells by itself, right? And then you just put
Yeah,
gas with the Google Ads, and then you can grow very fast. But without it, it's just a waste of money.
that's great. So that leads me to the next question. Of course, with the advent of technology and of course the usage with AI and all, and it's rapidly evolving in this century as it is. So, how would you identify and leverage most of those strategies that will stand the test of time? Um,
Yeah,
regarding softwares and business development.
yeah. So regarding AI, I have a very specific opinion that most people will use it just as copy paste, right, and try to publish it, social media, create the landing pages, and which okay, it's a strategy, but just there's consequences of that strategy, right? You will sound just like everybody else is using the same kind of sources and sound a bit robotic and not genuine, especially for you if you have a personal brand, right? If you're not a big corporation. um, I think for me, to differentiate from others, I think it will still be important for you to be yourself, right? To bring your own unique perspective to the world, your own story. Again, I'm talking specifically to people in the help industry, right? And leverage AI, yes, for other back office things such as making a brainstorm, like getting ideas for from some posts, probing questions that make your mind think better, or make even a structure of a post you're trying to create, or a book, or whatever. Make it the how to say the skeleton of it, the structure to have an idea of what to say, but then work yourself through it. For me, AI is and will be a very good tool for to support your work and make your work a bit more efficient. But for me, I don't think it will replace your work. It's it might be for some parts of the business, but I don't recommend that you do it all based on that, right? Because everyone will start doing that. So we're all going to start starting robotic and very similar, and not very will not create a very strong connection with you, with yourself.
Okay,
That's my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah, I
Tell
get
me, tell
that.
me.
I get that. So, to just follow up quickly, so what parts of the businesses would you recommend you use AIs, and the other parts you rely on human capabilities? Probably maybe for automated messagings and all that, you can rely on AIs, or what areas of your businesses would you advise to apply AI, and the parts of the businesses you wouldn't advise that?
Yeah, as I said, I think for me, what I use and what I recommend to my clients is to use it just as an idea generator or a brainstorm, like as if you thinking loudly and with a group of people taking many ideas. Like, give me like for example, I just use it for my own podcast that I'm gonna make an interview next week. To
Okay.
I put, okay, this is the person I'm interviewing. This is her background. I want to focus on this. Give me 25 ideas of questions, and then you can swift through, not just use it as it is, but swift through, choose the ones you like, choose the ones that make more sense to you, change a bit the ones that are maybe a bit too generic to tailor to exactly what you want. So you see, it's a good brainstorm tool but it is not. I think many people say that it will replace us and replace our work and etc. But I think it will never be, um, like it won't replace your work completely. You cannot just put AI creating a business on its own, and then I think it won't replace this. It will just maybe make most people need to upskill and have new kind of different roles, less robotic, less
Yeah,
less, how do you say, those very small tasks, right? Those probably will disappear,
yeah.
and then you'll have to
Reduces the
upskill yourself.
workload and all.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
it's amazing you say that because about a week or two ago we had Dax Harman here on the podcast. He's also into AIs. He's starting an AI company as well, but he has killed so many businesses, and it's similar to what you just said, and he agrees completely with what you just proposed as well. It's not like AI is going to replace us.
Mhm.
It's those who master AIs that will replace those who don't master the use of AIs, and that was his proposition. It's not AI completely coming to replace human beings and all that, but
Yes.
those who master it that will take over the jobs in the next generation. So I think you're spot on that. So at a sports software development manager, so how do you balance the need for innovations and um, verify the marketing strategies that have worked for you to help scale businesses? So how do you balance them with the need for innovation and proven strategies that you've used over the years? So how do you balance both?
Yeah, so I think tools and platforms will come and go, right? And they keep changing all the
Sure.
time. Like Facebook, like the organic reach changes completely. Instagram also is changing completely. LinkedIn goes to the same place. Um, so that's why I like to focus more on proven old time strategies that are 100 years ago, proven that all these time that are timeless, right? That they depend only on like talking to people, networking. For example, what I focus mostly on my approach is okay, to find your niche and the offer. I recommend people to talk to your network, past clients, past leads, interview them to ask, okay, what was your main problem when you started this process? How were you feeling? What was your main issues? What did you desire to be? What were your symptoms and what did you feel exactly during the day? Because those words will be used as your future marketing communications. Okay, so and then you can create a very good offer out of that because you're actually giving people what they want. So you're just talking to people. You don't depend on platforms or tools. um, and then the magical thing of that is that you also have another timeless strategy they can use, leverage, which is the referrals. If you proactively ask people, oh, by the way, do you know anyone who would, need this kind of help, etc., and incentivize those people to do it for yourself, you'll start having a huge sales team for free, highly motivated because you'll incentivize them monetarily, right, through commissions. And for that, you don't need to depend on Facebook algorithms or Meta changes or Mark Zuckerberg's moods.
Yeah.
So I like to focus first on the basis. Okay, people offer referrals, networking. Okay, because that will always work, no matter what platform people are. You can always talk to people, right? You will always have access to your own network and followers and etc. And that's basically how the anti-marketing approach is focusing on what you already have around you, timelessly, no matter what platforms are at the year you're in. And that's why I love so much this approach, because you're not dependent on the moods of Mark Zuckerberg or or whatever new platform comes. You simply depend on yourself, on your networking skills, on creating things that people actually want to buy. Right, that's key. And in asking people, oh, do you know anyone else who would like to buy this? Because people will give you referrals, and that's the best way for you to create a business, is when other people send you clients constantly, because they know they want to help you. They know they'll be incentivized to do that. And so that's the basis of the anti-marketing approach. Very, very basis of marketing.
Yeah. You see, everything you just outlined, it never gets old, right? No matter the
Yeah.
times that were in, it never gets old. You can apply it anytime and it still works,
The problem is that
regardless
it's
of
not flashy, right? It's not a super next
yeah, it
strategy.
isn't. It isn't. And it works every single time, regardless of the era that we're in.
Yes,
That's
yes,
great.
yes, yes.
There you have it. That's a business tip, and I think that's a sound bite for the day. For me, it's a takeaway for those of our listeners that are out there. It's still the basic things, so you don't get too carried away by what you see and the advent of innovations and all that. Just focus on the basic things, just like Tiago has mentioned. You focus on the basic things, people, referrals, and the likes. You just outline this down and you just stick to them. It works every single time, and it's been proven here again, once again. So, Tiago, I would like to go further by asking, are there any specific customer acquisition techniques or channels that you find consistently effective for software development companies, regardless of the industries and trends? Like, is there any you
Yeah,
find?
yeah, definitely. So I think the best strategy for a service provider, like in the tech industry, is what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, customer acquisition techniques, like how you
Yes.
acquire customers.
Yes. So again, there's all these platforms you could use, right? The LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, where you are able to create connections. There you go. If you're able to proactively create connections, then you have something that you can leverage without depending on algorithms or waiting for the audience to grow, etc. Create connections with your target audience, right? On LinkedIn, for example. And those people will start accepting your invitation. Most people, if you have a very good profile and it attracts them. And then you can do two things, right? One is to create content that attracts them, right? That is goes again. If you talk to people, you know what they want and what they need, so you talk about those issues and you create valuable content. People will interact with that content. The new people that you create connections, some will comment, and you should, in my opinion, use all those interactions, likes, comments, shares, as an excuse to talk to people through chat. Okay, so you create a connection with that person. She sees your content, she finds it valuable, and then you chat with that person saying, "Oh, thank you so much for interacting with my content. Hope it helps you. By the way," and then you can start a conversation. It's an excuse for you to start qualifying the person and see if it will be a good fit for your service, right? For example. And if you do this consistently every single day, you'll see that you'll for sure uncover 1, 2, 3 opportunities per week or more. If you're consistent, if you grow the audience proactively, right? If you're every day adding potential customers to your LinkedIn profile. And also, even if people don't interact with your content, and if you have time and energy to do that, you can always send a welcome message. Oh, thank you so much for accepting my LinkedIn invitation. By the way, and you can ask already a question right there, right? Like
Yeah.
what kind of clients do you serve, or what is your approach, or whatever you prefer. And like that, you have opportunities coming in daily, right? Just through your motion, through your action of creating connections proactively, and then opportunities will start showing up for sure. Okay, so instead of waiting for people to come to you, you're proactive. And that's also a timeless strategy. You're just creating connections and talking to people again, but through the online.
Yeah, of course, the online space is really vast, and you could get whatever kind of clients you're looking for right there. So, on a personal note, Tiago, I would like to ask, through the years, how you've built up businesses, how you scaled other businesses as well for startups. So, what would you say was your most challenging moments, and how did you scale them? What was really challenging for you?
To scale those businesses. So I'm not focused yet on scaling businesses over 10K a month. Okay, this is not my specialty. What I'm specializing is in those people that are starting now or that already started, have clients but don't have a consistent flow of leads coming in, are starting every month from zero, from scratch. I have to bring clients again.
Okay,
Um, and that's my main focus. So I'm not focusing on the scaling part
scaling.
yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is not my focus.
So it's
But
basically for startups right now.
yes, startups,
Yeah.
yes. So coaches, consultants, service providers that already have clients but are not in the scaling stage. Yeah.
Okay. So from your experience and cases that you've handled, so what do you think it's the major issues that they have, and how do you apply your strategies for helping them build their clientele?
Yeah, the main issue again, I'll go back to the beginning because it is really the main issue. I talk to so many people in this in help industry, or sort of providers, consultants, coaches, and it's mostly the fact they didn't choose a specific niche, a specific person and problem that they're trying to help solve. They mostly position themselves as generic service providers, or we create websites, or we're coaches, generic life coaches. They position themselves as very generic entities, and they try to attract everyone at once, which makes it very hard for them because they end up not attracting anyone in specific, right? Their message kind of dissipates in the ether, doesn't resonate with anyone. People look at your content and they think, this is not exactly for me. I'm not, okay, nice, you're a life coach, or, oh, nice, you make websites, but, it doesn't resonate with me. So that's the main problem that I see. Even businesses that are for many years already trying to grow is not having the specificity that is required for you to attract people online. Okay, so instead of saying you're like a relationship coach, very generically, why not be something more specific, like saying I help men avoid divorce, like when they're actually in that phase of, oh my God, I'm going to lose my wife. So it's very specific. And when you talk about those specific things, those men were like, yeah, Jesus, this is for me. I need this help right now. Versus saying, I'm a relationship coach. And those men will be, okay, so I don't know if it will help me or not. You understand? So the niche and
I do.
is the key thing, the key component for me. And that's the main issue that I see around.
And that explains it. It's just like you mentioned, it's creating a niche and be specific about what you do. You're a relationship coach, right? And marriage is a relationship. There's marriage there, there's divorce, um, there's child paternity, and the plethora of them. So you have to specify, what do you do. Of course, you're a relationship coach. Is it divorce you're focused on? Is it marriage, paternity test issues, and the like? So you need to focus on what exactly you do.
And
And
talk to
I
those
like that.
people using their words. Yes.
I really love that. So
Cool.
moving forward, so how would you say was the best way you used to approach um, adapting to marketing strategies that are different from what you know?
We will be back shortly with your episode. Right now, let's hear a quick word from today's episode sponsor.
Are you looking for a simple way to start making sales? Then you'll want to check out our coaching program, Easy Sales Blueprint. Finally, an easy way to sell your program or service. Discover the simple steps to creating a lucrative coaching or consulting business. The Easy Sales Blueprint gives you a step-by-step method to easily make more sales without spending all day on social media, cold outreach, and hitting the door to try a good old-fashioned door-to-door sales system. Apply today by heading to tiny.cc/get-more-sales to find out how we can help you achieve online sales success.
Different strategies that I'm unaware.
Entrepreneurship can be a lonely road to travel. Despite choosing a path that allows you to build wealth and make a real impact, it often feels like you are on this journey all by yourself. The desire to work from anywhere is fantastic, but you also yearn for a community of like-minded. You crave the chance to exchange ideas, learn from others facing similar challenges, collaborate, and forge new connections in the business world. Your friends and family may love and support you, but they don't really understand what you're going through. They are content with their 9-to-5 jobs, leaving you with no one to talk to about your entrepreneurial dreams. If only there were a community of fellow entrepreneurs, a place where you could find advice and support from those who truly get it. Imagine this, an oasis for entrepreneurs where you can quench your thirst for connection and fuel your ambition to succeed. Business Grid Insider is the community you've been waiting for. It's designed exclusively for entrepreneurs, founders, consultants, and freelancers like yourself. Here you can find a tribe of like-minded individuals ready to uplift, inspire, and help you overcome the challenges that come with building your empire. Expand your business network and explore new partnerships and collaboration opportunities. Enjoy exclusive resources, webinars, and workshops designed to enhance your entrepreneurial skills. Join Business Grid Insider today and unlock a world of support, knowledge, and opportunities to propel your entrepreneurial success to new height. Head to tiny.cc/businessgrid-insider. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you dream of financial freedom? Are you tired of the rat race and would like more time with your loved one and friends, making memories that will last you a lifetime? You may want to download Building a 20 Million Portfolio, How I Created Financial Freedom by Aurelian Amaka, a successful entrepreneur, founder of System.io, and author. So why not give it a try? Download Aurelian's book now and start building your own path to financial freedom by heading to tiny.cc/freedombee.
Yes, well, I've been for 3 years since 2019. I was in that trying multiple things at once, trying all the different strategies that there are, and getting, it's a bit of a trap when you start going after that the shiny object syndrome, right? I tried to make the launches, the free challenges, the ads to lead magnets, ads to masterclasses. So I've tried everything, but I was a bit, once you're in that game and in that trap, you try one thing just a bit, it doesn't work exactly like that, and then you jump to the next one, and then you never let yourself explode to your full potential, because you're always changing and changing and changing. We're always after the what's the easiest way, what is the shortcut, right? And that is a real big trap that you fall into, because then you don't develop. You get stuck in that. It's very tough to get out of it, and many people are in that area. And the people I'm trying to help is those that got tired of that chasing the shiny objects, shiny ads, or new funnel strategies, or whatever. So those people that are tired of it and want something that works, that is timeless, that is proven to work all the time. Those are the people that I'm attracted to, and that's the people I've become, the kind of person I've become now. I'm immune to ads that tell me this is the new technique for whatever. But yeah, I've been there in all of those shiny things.
Yeah, on the subject of your timeless marketing strategies, right? So, where you apply software development companies, so um, how do you implement these timeless strategies and help this business like scale effectively?
Yeah, so I would go through the process, right, which is choosing the dream client, the niche. What's the specific person, not any person that wants to create a website, for example, but what kind of business, like what kind of context are they in, what kind of income level are they in, or what kind of goals do they have? So, and be very specific there. Then the next step will be, okay, let's create an offer that is very tailored to them. Not say that I have a list of all these things I could do for you. No, I know you have this goal, I can do this for you, okay? And this is our process. We go through first step this, second step this, so be very structured and specific about what you offer and what you solve, okay? That will be the first step. And then use your current network, like I said. Your past clients, your leads, your network, to talk to them, interview them, try to understand even better what they actually want and need. How was it working with you? What were their problems before, the obstacles? How did it make them feel? That is very important. How do they want to become, and how would that feel for them? So make a very thorough interview to those people. And then you can come back to them and say, look, I created this new offer that solves exactly those problems you talked about. Are you interested in it? Some people will say yes. And those people that say no, you can tell them, okay, that's fine. It makes total sense. But by the way, do you know anyone else that would be interested? Any other company that has this need and would be interested? And right there, you can start already creating clients and leads very quickly, right? Just by talking to those people in your network, by offering them what they want. And okay, if you don't want, but you know anyone else? And if you do that systematically, it's impossible for you not to get clients, because it's like there's, even if people say no, you still have a way to make money. Understand? So that's the 3 steps that I love to do at the beginning, which immediately give quick wins to people. And then let's go to the social media strategy that I talked about. So those companies for sure have LinkedIn, they have Facebook, whatever. they can start that strategy of creating proactively connections with their new target audience that they selected, and do what I said, create content that they would be interested in. People like, comment, you start chatting with, send messages to those people. Thank you so much for interacting with my content. By the way, and you can have an excuse to start conversations with those people. And especially this is more relevant for those companies that have higher ticket offers. Okay, if you sell very cheap services, maybe this is not the best approach. It's not very scalable because it involves you talking to people, right? But if you sell higher tickets, medium high tickets, it becomes very effective because you don't need to have very strong copywriting knowledge or create very complex sales pages, sales funnels. You simply need to talk to people and answer their objections and say, okay, I have an offer for you. Would you be interested in it? This helps exactly solve the problem you told me you have. And then simply sell it. Either you can sell by chat if you are willing to try to do that, or if you see that the person has a problem you can solve and is interested in you, you can say, okay, let's book a quick call, a video call, where we can make a brainstorm, and then can see exactly what your goals are, and then we see if or how I could help you. So you see, this is the strategy. The anti-marketing strategy goes around these areas. Very simple, but very effective because you're talking to people that want your help.
Yeah, I really find it amazing because I've hosted a couple of podcasts, and it seems an underlying fact. And I think the most simplest of things turn out to be the most effective at the end of the day.
Yes,
From your words and the words of other invitees that have been on the podcast, it seems the most simplest of things are the most effective, and we often it goes over our head most of the times.
definitely. I agree
Yeah.
completely.
So
We have this tendency, I don't know why, we have this natural tendency to want to complicate our lives because we want to.
exactly, we love complex things, and I think probably maybe it's a feeling that the more complex it is, the more effective it's
Yeah,
going to be. But
yes,
which it's the other way around. The
yes.
simplest things seems to be the most effective.
They look easy. They look simple, but it's also very easy not to do them because they seem so easy. It's too easy. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
So
and again, neglect.
it's very easy not to do it as well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure most of our listeners will be wondering as well, and like, okay, how does this work and all that. So, let's move on quite quickly. So in your experience, Mr. Tiago, how important do you think the role of content marketing is to the growth of software development business?
Yeah,
Because
definitely,
most times,
it's
so
important.
many people ignore marketing as a key aspect of growing business. So, how
Yeah.
important is this to software development business?
No, definitely, it's completely important to position yourself as someone that knows what they're talking about, right? To create authority in your area, especially if you create video content, people will resonate with you, will be more interested in what you're saying, and it'll position you as someone that is different than any other like software companies or service providers companies that are hiding behind a computer just sending emails. So you position yourself as an authority, and you have the chance to, through your content, to not only just teach all the time. I think it's a mistake to say 5 mistakes you're making, or 5 things. That's not the best content you can create. The best content is tell the story of your own story or your company story. Tell stories of your clients, success stories of your clients. So position and also answer potential objections clients might have, or go reveal like the most common myths or misconceptions that are in your market, and talk about those things, because those things are the kind of content that will attract people to your world and seeing, I never thought of it that way. I was always making this mistake, so maybe this is the guy that understands me. So if you keep doing that consistently, people will be attracted by you. So even if you can create a connection, the person looks at your content, still doesn't jump in. But if you keep feeding that person, maybe in the next 30 days, 90 days, she will see a piece of content that resonates with her and say, yes, this is exactly what I'm feeling now. I need to talk to Terfa.
Yeah,
So it's super important to keep
yeah.
creating quality content.
Yeah. So it brings us to the role of the power of testimonies. Yeah, because once you have
as well.
testimonies,
Yes,
yeah, because
that's very,
testimonials
very
leads
important.
to referrals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not only testimony. Those are very strong, but you should also bring your own story, your own unique point of view that differentiates you from all the rest. That's what attracts people, and you create authority in your area, right?
Yeah. And to be an advisory, so they come to you for
Yes,
advice and all that. That's it's really great. Like, so
trusted advisor, like Jay Abraham says, you become the trusted advisor of
yeah,
your clients.
yeah, yeah. I can totally understand that. Um, because it's still based on trust issues. Because once you're being trusted as an advisor, of course, it rakes in more clientele.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It
Um.
makes it more probable that people will reach out to you, and it's also a
Exactly.
different environment. If you jump on a call with someone that you don't doesn't know you from anywhere, that's like they already have this sales barrier of, oh, who is this guy? I don't trust him. So those calls are very hard to close versus someone
Yeah.
that saw your content, like, I see your videos, I saw your interviews, and you're amazing, I really like your work. It's a very different environment for the sales call, right?
Yeah. It
So
is. It is
your
actually.
content is also very important for that. It makes it
Yeah.
easier for you to sell.
Yeah.
It's basically like selling to a fan, like someone that saw your content,
Exactly. Yeah.
versus selling to someone that doesn't want to be sold. I don't like
Yeah,
this guy. I
because
don't know
there's a
him.
prior relationship already. Because he knows about you. He's just jumping on the call to get more information about what you do
Yes,
and what you offer. Yeah, I totally understand. I do.
very true.
So, with the increasing importance of social media in this age and time that we are, so how do you advise entrepreneurs in the software development industries to navigate and leverage platforms for long-time marketing success? How do you advise them?
To navigate the platforms themselves. Uh,
To navigate and leverage on platforms? Yeah,
yeah,
times are changing, with social media and all that. So how do they leverage on social media to be able to maintain success for a very long time?
yeah. So I'd say use as much as possible those platforms that are still fresh, that are still leveraging. If you go the organic way, right? Those platforms that are still have lots of eyes on, and it's still easy to capture those eyes. Like organic reach is still, like LinkedIn right now is still is very, the organic reach is still quite much bigger than any other network. So while it's happening, you should be there. Very very consistently, right? And but also keep an eye to those new platforms that show up that have a lot of attention, and which are still easy to stand out, right? Like for example, if TikTok showed up, maybe it would be a good idea for you to be there, to leverage that attention that those platforms are, that low cost attention, right? I think that's the game you have to play if you want to go organic social media. You have to go where the attention is and where it's still um, easy for you to capture that attention, right? So
Yeah.
keep your strategy going one more platform, keep attention to the new ones that are showing up, and keep testing. Yeah, that's also very very important. Yes.
Yeah. So from what I gather, you maintain what you have, you keep your current customers, and of course you have to be proactive as well to be able to sense and smell where the new trend is, so you could go ahead of time to be able to carve a niche for yourself as well. So thank you for that. I think that's really insightful for those who
Yeah.
tend to want to stick to
Gary V
what they
calls it
know.
the Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk. He says where there's undervalued attention, underpriced attention. Yes.
Let me just take a quick dive into the comment section. So let me just ask this. One of our listeners is asking, so how about when you feel overwhelmed, Tiago? Are there so many platforms where there are so many platforms popping up when you feel overwhelmed? So what do you do in this scenario?
When there are too
This
many
is from the
platforms
comment
popping up.
section. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So avoid distraction. If you so I said keep an eye to where like underpriced attention is, but your focus should be on your main social network, right? For example, if it's LinkedIn, your 90% of your attention should be there, right? Capturing all the juice you can out of that platform where you're currently in. Because if you start spreading yourself too thin, you start doing too many things, too many activities at once, and then your attention drops in all of those activities that you're doing, and you're not focused, right? To succeed in this business, you have to be, focus is really key, and doing something consistently over time and not spreading yourself too thin. So I'd say 90% of your attention should be on where you are right now, focused. And then you can play around a bit with the rest of 10%. Pay attention to those trends, where things going. Experiment a bit, like create a TikTok account and just share some videos, see what's the reach. But never forget where your current attention is and where your current focus is. I think you have to be careful with that. It's also another trap. Again, the shiny object, going after trends. Oh, AI, oh, TikTok. There's time for fun,
words,
please. Yes.
Don't get carried away. In as much as you're trying to follow the trend, do not get carried away. You test the waters and you move gradually into those new platforms carefully and sensibly, if I may add.
Yes, sensibly.
So this is a question of keeping up with the trends as well. So how do you stay updated in an industry such as this to ensure that your marketing strategies that you implement are timeless? Because you mentioned you offer timeless strategies. So how do you stay up to date in an industry like this?
How do I say? So because I work with many different clients, right? So I'm always in their business in a specific niche, and we're always testing different things. And myself, of course, I pay attention to the new platforms, but I'm a bit different because I'm a bit, like I said, I like to be super focused on what I'm doing. What is proven to work, I just keep doing what is proven to work, because you don't change what is working. It's also another trap that many entrepreneurs fall into because we're creative creatures and we get bored quickly. So if something is working and you're very mechanical about that, you do something consistently every day, it's very easy to get bored of it, right? But that's a mistake because it's working and you should just double down on what is working, right? Instead of, okay, this is fun, this worked, let me try something completely different. And that is a mistake that most of us fall into. Yeah, keeping your focus in what is proven to work is really the main challenge for us creative entrepreneurs. So please, if you're starting getting bored of making money, tell yourself now, don't be stupid. No, don't be stupid. Keep doing what is working, and even double down the effort. Or if it's really working very well, okay, start hiring someone to replace the smaller activities that you are repeat it consistently that other people can do for you, right? So that's a way for you to stop being bored and to start thinking again more strategically. Okay, this is working. How can I scale this 10x, right? Instead of trying all the time different things.
Yeah. So long as it works, don't get bored. Just keep on with it.
Yes. So Miles Beckler again said the successful businesses are boring. So
yeah,
because of that, you keep doing what works.
It's funny you say that, right? Because like I mentioned earlier, Dax Hammond also mentioned stuff like this, just like you said. He said most successful businesses are boring, like they are really boring. But from the outside, you really don't know how much revenue they're raking.
Yeah.
But you just think it's boring, but it makes the revenue, so that makes it successful. That's the most important thing. There's no one who ventures into business for him or her to fail. You go into business to succeed. So long as you're raking in your revenue, you're in business. And I think that was key for me as well. And you just mentioned that as well.
Yeah, and if it starts getting boring and successful, it's very easy. You just start hiring people to replace you slowly on the tasks you are bored or that you're not very good at, and then you can start getting like you talked about. I'm still not in that stage of getting out of my business, right? Removing myself from my business. This is my goals for the next few years. But if you start getting bored and successful, you can just start removing yourself from the business, and it's amazing. Then you can have time to do some different things, think even more strategically. But it's a good sign if you're bored and successful.
Yeah, but that can be tricky as well. You're removing yourself. So what aspects? It could be managerial removal. It could be administrative. So what aspect would you? How would you know what area to be able to step back on and probably bring someone in to pump in fresh ideas and all that?
Yeah, I think at the beginning you should only do that like very specific small tasks that you are bored of, right? Someone can easily do it for you. And the way you start doing it is you start documenting your process. You film yourself doing it. This is how I do it. I go here, I create this tricks. You start documenting everything, and then it's easy for you to hire a virtual assistant or some freelancer to do it for you for very small fees. And when you're starting out, right, you just, okay, you can do this for 2 hours a day. You can do this task. So I think in the beginning, you shouldn't hire like someone like a sales manager. Right? That's the crazy thing to do, because you're not at that point yet. You should start hiring for those smaller positions that you can easily, someone can easily do it for you, and that's already very good. It frees your time a lot for you to start to thinking more strategically. But I think it's very important for you to, even when you starting to document all your processes, how you do them. It doesn't have to be written documents. It can be simply filming yourself using Loom, right, to film how you do things, to record it, on your screen share, and then you have everything you need to easily hire someone to do it for you. And I think for me that's the ideal scenario.
Okay, that's great. Um, so on software development as a business, yeah, and community building. So how essential is community building to the scalability of software development businesses?
Okay, I would rephrase it as a network building, not as exactly a community. I think in service business like that, it's more important for you to have a strong network of potential partners, for example, like I said, referral partners, right? Create connections with other companies, potential partners to start sending you clients, and you send clients to them, right? I think that's even more important than creating like a Facebook group community or whatever. And you can start creating those connections by what we're doing here. Look, we're having a podcast, right? We're interviewing
Yeah.
you're interviewing different influencers or experts or whatever, and you're creating these connections with different people that can in the future, bring value to each other, right? So this is a great way to an idea for some company that will wants to increase their network, to create your own podcast and start interviewing people that you would like to partner with, or you would like to do some business in the future or whatever. So I think network building is more important for those kind of businesses than creating a community of, I don't know, Facebook group or whatever. Yes.
Before it comes back on, yeah. So in this age of digital marketing, so how do you integrate offline to be offline strategies, right? You're a business software development manager, right? So how do you incorporate offline strategies to, let's say, the holistic approach? So how do you integrate both offline and online strategies? How do you incorporate them?
Well, yeah, offline, I think what I would do again is about networking. Go to events, where you know that your potential partners are or potential clients are. Attend those events and again, talk to people. Be one of those people that are interested in what others are doing, exchange business cards, etc. Yeah, definitely attend events is one of the things I would do, or network with your current network. Just ask for, let's go for a coffee, or let's go. Let's have a lunch. Let's have a chat about what you're doing, what's up with you. And I think those offline things are undervalued nowadays because we're hiding behind the computer all the time, which I myself I should do more of, because I feel it's very important. But I'm a bit of an introvert. I like to be in my own corner in my home behind my computer. But I think those are the offline things you could do that would be relevant and bring potential business. There's always opportunity. If you talk to someone new, there's always an opportunity to say, oh, by the way, do you know someone that would be interested in this? So yeah, use every connection to systematically ask for referrals.
Referrals. And I think we underestimate the power of referrals here, and I keep mentioning, and I think most of the guests we've had here also have mentioned the importance of referrals, and you keep reiterating the importance of referrals. And
but not just passively wait for them. Be proactive. Like in different contexts, asks for referrals. Yeah, even if the person says no to your offering, if a client says no, I'm not interested. Okay, cool, and I totally understand. But by the way, do you know someone that would be interested in? I actually have I can pay you commission of 25% if you bring someone in.
I empathize with almost everything that you say here, because like I mentioned, it's what we do as well as
Awesome.
an agency. Yeah, we do that as well. So it's more or less like a replay of our own playbook.
Cool.
Just right in front of me. Yeah.
Like as if we prepared this interview.
Yeah. So Tiago, should one of our clients now want to have an access to you, probably to materials online, or how to gain access to the services that you provide, how can you be reached?
Yeah, sure. So you're talking to me now where in the beginning stages of my internationalization process, so of my own personal brand. I was focused on Portugal for 4 years, and my coaches, mentors, they convinced me, come on, why are you so limited to Portugal? It's 10 million people. There's a 1.8 billion English speakers. Why are you limiting yourself? So I'm at the beginning stages. My website is still in Portuguese. You can still use Google Translate if you want to learn a bit more about me. And it's at tiagofaria.pt. So TIAGOFARIA.pt of Portugal, right? You can also send me an email if you want, just asking any question about whatever, at tiago@tiagofaria.pt. I'll send you the links after if you are interested in it, or if you really want to make a brainstorming with me to see, like, have a free diagnostics call to see, okay, how many followers you have, do you have clients waiting for you in your own audience, how can you leverage these things? You can also book a free call with me at tiagofaria.pt/call. Okay. That was very topical. That noise.
Yeah.
I
mean, tropical area.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So there you have it, and I'm still going to post the link for the website online, so you could reach him. TiagoFaria.tp. It's spelled TIAGOFARIA.
Yes, I put here on the chat if you want.
So
Tiago
Faria.
So TIAGOFARIA. Sorry if my name is a bit complex too.
No, it's not at all. Not at all complex.
It would be easier if I had like tiago.com or something.
Maybe over time you probably do that and make it easier on it. So Tiago, thank you so much for taking your time out to educate our listeners out here.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you. Yeah,
it was a pleasure being here.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. Here's Tiago Faria once more. Please do check him out and reach out on his website. You could email him or even set up a meeting with him. He'll be ready to attend to you and your needs. So if you're looking to scale your business, start a business, basically, just like he mentioned, for now he's focusing on startups, and just like we do in the community here, is for startup businesses. So this is an opportunity I feel everybody should hack into and take advantage of. Thank you for taking your time out to be with us today. Have a great day ahead of you.